So I'm looking around and I see mostly grown-up children. So guess what? I'm going to talk to the grown-up children this morning. That's all of you. You may have noticed that we have a new theme going on this morning. We've got trees behind me, a tree as you came in, and we've got all kinds of tree slices up on the altar. This is just a little one. But these are pretty cool. At least I think they're cool. And I tried to make it even clearer by using a little furniture polish, but it turns out that Pledge doesn't work very well when you're trying to shine up this kind of wood. So, anyway, I've got this little slice of wood. I want you to look at it. I'm just going to walk down here a little bit so you can see it as best you can, even though I didn't get it shined up quite as well as I'd hoped. All right? Even if you can't see it very closely, there's something about this slice of wood that I want you to notice. What do you think stands out when you look at this? Tree rings. Thank you. Excellent. You are excellent students. Right. Tree rings. So you can see there's a little tiny, tiny one in the middle, and then they get bigger and bigger, all these concentric rings, right? And what do those rings tell us? The age of the tree, that's right. Now I want you to know I did a little research and I brought notes because I want to make sure I don't misinform anybody. All right, so in general, as you probably all know, one layer of wood grows per year, right? And here are the techie terms. There is the light-colored rings, and there are dark-colored rings. The light-colored rings are called early wood because they form in the spring and summer. And then, come fall and winter, the dark rings form. And those are called, the first ones are called early wood. What do you think the dark ones are called? Oh, did you know that already? I had to do research to figure these things out. Yeah, early wood and later wood, right. So we can tell that this tree, even though it's not that big around, lived a lot of years. And I learned recently, in recent months, that we are very fortunate because we have a tree expert in our community. And our tree expert is Chuck Cheney. And I was talking to him about how excited I was about tree rings. I have odd conversations sometimes. But anyway, I said, I'm going to talk about tree rings come November, because we're going to be talking about using a tree as a theme for things about God this month. And I'm going to talk about tree rings. And Chuck said, well, did you know that white pine trees, you don't have to slice them this way to see how old they are. There's another way to figure it out. Does anybody here know? Maybe Bob knows. Oh, gold star. Levels of branches. So these are white pine trees. If you look up here, you can see there's a level down here, and then a level here, and a level here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 years old. Cut down in his prime. Sometimes that happens. And even looking at these rings, you can see that there are some years that the light-colored wood is pretty thick, and there are other times when it's pretty thin. Some years are harder than others, right? And I think that's true for you and me, too. Some years, they just fly by, everything's great. Other years, kind of rough going. But just like this tree, we keep on persevering through the tough years, holding on for the better years. And then we grow and grow and grow. And today on this All Saints Sunday, we're thinking about all the trees that we've known, all the saints we have known, especially here at St. John's, and we're going to remember the ones who have died this year. But we're thinking about their lives and how they inspired us and can continue to inspire us through the years so that we too can grow to be a strong, faithful tree just like them. Will you pray with me? Repeat the words after me. Dear Lord, thank you for the trees. Encourage us to be faithful trees as well. Amen. Thank you.